Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Working with his 2nd and 4. The give is to Jones. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So, CD, you talk about this football team, some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely, but that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here, and then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their career. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. We know they have these RPOs in their playbook, and look, we're seeing it here in the 1st quarter. You think we're going to see it as the game continues?
They trotted them out early for a reason, partner. They're letting them know that this is in the arsenal, and we rely on it. You better be prepared because this is going to be an all-day affair trying to stop them.
They'll run on 1st down. Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. This, the 2nd meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. To throw on third down, Langford. And he'll just get rid of it. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now fourth down. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 18. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Cards, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
These two teams, they met up in Seattle earlier in the year with the Seahawks coming away victorious. So a win here in Arizona would give them the season sweep. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Carson. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now it's Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing down. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 1st and 10, Langford. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. From the gun on 3rd down, Langford. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Returnable for Lockett. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 26th touchdown. Drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing again. Langford. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the gun, Langford. They'll roll him out right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Got a man, it's Brown. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Montez Sweat, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. This is Carson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. And they'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the first down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here we go. Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Watch the shit.
They go back to Carson here on second. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. Throwing is Wilson. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. On first down, Carson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They go back to Carson here on second. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue.
And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They'll try to run with Carson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he will take this one in for a Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. The point after is good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. They go play action here on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Phillips. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards the pick up there. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Langford. He's going deep for Brown. And incomplete. Great coverage there. He was in the perfect position defensively to make a play on the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Langford. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Hey, check. 3 down. He's checking. Crash. Kill. Here we go, D. That's just me.
Back to throw again. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blesson Austin. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He gives it off to Carson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 27, Wilson got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Second down at 5. They go play action with Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And a throw there going to be incomplete. The other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Throwing on first down. Langford. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Langford. And he's got his big tight end here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Running right, Jones. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Off play action. Langford rolling to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They'll try and run for it with Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride, and I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm, they've been sharp, they've been on it, and they pick up another first down there.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big play there for Seattle. They'll run on first down. It's Carson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Wilson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through. And the lead is up to 18 now. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Operating from the gun, Langford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 45. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. He'll buy some time. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Micah Parsons has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Here's Carson, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. To throw is Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is fielded inside the 5. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
2nd and 10. A give to Jones. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Again, it's Jones. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, Langford. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Come on.
Back to throw. Langford. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
On 1st and 10, Langford. A check down here to Jones. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it a 2nd down. They'll run it with Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Langford. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to have a Cardinals 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 2nd down at 4. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now it's 2nd and 9. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 28. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have...
Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. Micah Parsons in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. On 3rd down, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So the victory here for Seattle. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the